All right, it is Tuesday. Another vault opening. I'm on my priest. Uh, so I recently actually started looking at all the stuff for the priest and stuff because I was getting ready to actually start trying to heal keys. But this whole time, I should have been opening my vault in DPS loot spec because Mr. Pick Me Up is the only real trinket for healing. Every other trinket that I would have wanted would have been accessible on strictly DPS, and I would have gotten this shield trinket, which is, according to Bowhead, it's a good shield trinket. Not that many people are actually using it, and I don't actually know if 3.1 million damage is a big shield. It's a tank, so ooh, Hand of Beldar with my offhand. Okay, one quick moment. We are going over to Archon. I just want to see how many people are actually using this particular one-hand weapon on a priest. Alright, on a highest representation is 4.2% at a plus 20 and above. So it is viable. I actually probably will take this because that's going to be, you know, 2 myth-track weapons. I haven't used Denny Spark, so I don't really do too much on this. Mastery is the 3rd stat for this priest in PvE. I mean in keys, not PvE. Means how it's crit haste, then mastery. And myth-track pants, I'll be able to see many more pants later. Well, maybe not many more, but I'll be able to see pants later. So we'll go for that and get the pair. All right, starting off strong, but yeah. So, this whole time, when I wasn't doing the raid, I should have been opening up the vault on my disc priest in Shadow Spec. That was a big mistake because I just made it to where, like, there's the healing trinket that is, you like put the elemental down and then it like slowly dies off and gives its HP to any allies around it. That's like it's a really weird trinket. I've never really liked it, and no one really ever uses it. So I'm glad I finally learned that. Really awkward that it took that long. But now we know. Alright, Fire Mage is in Fire Spec. Fire Mage has 2 vault slots. Rest of them after this all have 3 vault slots. Ooh, so we got the neck that we want and shoulders that we already have tier shoulders. And a World Veteran Ring. Trinket. So, going with the Haste Mastery neck, which are the stats I think I want, but I classically want as a Fire Mage. I still have no idea what exactly all the Chinese teams are doing with their, like, massive amount of crit verse that they're taking on the ladder, but no. Yeah. Keep trying. I don't really play the mage too often. We're starting the week off strong with our 2 vaults so far. Love to see that, like, 11 weeks in. Alright. Monk, Brewmaster. I really, really want to learn how to play Brewmaster. I am kind of hard locked in a lot of my gear here soon with PvP pieces being catalyzed. But right off the bat, we have a Myth Trek chest. But we have a ritual mud, a ringing ritual mud, which me getting my 12s across the board on the monk is gonna be a little harder just because AoE pulls, I still have no idea how to do them. I've only done 11s, which the 11s went fine, you know, they're one chested, but man, AoE pulls, I still don't know how to do it. So I'm likely going with that. We could go with the Myth Trek chest, and I don't use that on any of my tanks or any characters, so I probably wouldn't have ever taken that one unless it was my only option. Well, let's see. Going over to Archon just to see exactly what kind of representation the trinket has. It's in the most commonly used pair. The pacemaker, the Sephorian pacemaker, and the ringing ritual mud is the most popular 23 representation, highest is a 19 plus. Below that, Signet, pacemaker, and then the Tome of Life's Devotion plus the pacemaker. So I actually will do that. That's just one less thing I need to farm. Plus that means that when I do get all 12s, I can get the pacemaker or the tome, and I have more chance to see a chest out of the vault because, you know, a chest comes from anything and it can catalyze later. Oh, go with that. And I can finally get rid of this Cujo flame vent, which is such a bad trinket. Like, this trinket, I feel like it wouldn't be so bad if it was just a click it and you start pulsing out damage around you. And then you forget about it, but the fact that you can't do anything else while you're using it, or else it like just stops working, makes it horrible. Like, I think before my monk was using it, I had actually never used that trinket before. And it took me some pulls to notice that, like, after I clicked it, that when I went to go do something else, that it stopped. Alright, warrior. 3 vault slots. In protection spec already. Will I see a shield for the first time on 4 of my shield tanks? Still no shield. So we got Myth Trek pants with speed. We have a Signet of the Priory. Or we have a helm with speed, which I already have speed here. Alright, so the Brewmaster, I went with the trinket opposed to the tier piece. This one, I actually think I am gonna go with the tier piece with speed, because you have to go fast. But I only have 4 more 12s to get, and then I can purchase a normal Myth Signet. Because nothing else on the vendor is usable. There's my dinars. I was like, I did not use them. So yeah, I could go do that. And as far as trinkets go for the warrior or the Signet, tanking wise, it would be a good trinket with the pacemaker. Let's just quickly check Wowhead's post on what they recommended the spend the dinars on. Warrior. Alright, so Warrior is Kind of Industry, which is the shield from Galley. Only if Mitrak's available. House of Cards if Mitrak's available. Jazz or Diamond if Mitrak is available. Pacemaker. So this one right here. Sephorium Pacemaker if Mitrak's available. Tome. Or Raid or single target damage if Mitrak's available. So for Warrior, Signet's not even on there. I actually really like Signet. Some of the people I normally do keys with run it, so like it does benefit them when I use it. Plus, the highest secondary stats, just getting more of what I already love, always a good thing. But we will go with the pants because I can just purchase the tome or that later.
Easy.
All right. Still no pants, or no, not no pants, no shields. Any of my shield bearing characters 10 weeks in from the vault.
Lucky doos and ropes. Beware of Yeti. May your feet find good trails.
But we still take that because we are pulling items on our characters 11 weeks in. Next one's gonna be the Demon Hunter, and then I'll go into my 3 pallies. Did a lot of keys. I still have a lot of keys to do. Still a lot of upgrading to do. It is funny though. Pally man, my main pally is only 676, and all my other tanks are caught up because some of them didn't spend any crest because I was like waiting to see what they'd get out of all and just haven't spent some of the stuff. All right. We got Mithrak boots. Hey, so those are good boots, but I already have crafted piece there. We have a Mithrak shoulders and a Stein. The Stein, I personally never really used that on any of my stuff for tanking very long. I have 2 very good tank trinkets. Only thing I could really swap out would be putting the tome here. The Mithrak shoulders are going to be a myth to hero. I mean hero to myth. The weapon would be nice, but I already have crafted myth and a Mithrak weapon. The only option really is the shoulders. I'm giving up leech, but I'm gonna gain good eye level, and that means the only piece I need to change is a chest and a helm. And I need to get a ring at some point. Yeah. They're the same stat value. I already have a crafted boots that are previous myth, so this is still a good get. As far as that trinket goes, yeah, like I said, it's not something I could use, and I still haven't spent my dinars. So when I do get Mithrak trinkets, I could go with a tome over here, or Signet, or some other one. Huh?
nothing, wanderer. Farewell, friend
Right.
of the ground.
Now for the 3 pallies. For my 3rd pally 2B, I actually did DPS a key this last week. It was pretty fun. I had one of the talents on a bar that is hidden, so I didn't realize that I didn't have an actual key talent on my bar. One of my friends was like, yeah, you need a way better uptime on this ability. I was like, okay, thanks for saying something. And then at the end, he was like, you didn't even hit the ability once. And I was like, what? I was like, I have everything on my bars. And he's like, you don't have you're not using this button. All right, so 2B, we have a 2-hand weapon. We're opening in Prot Spec because everything else can be gotten through that. I just want to see a shield. No shields. We got a Mythtrack chest piece, but we already have a Mythtrack chest. We have Mythtrack gloves. We already have Mythtrack gloves. We have a Verse Mastery ring, which that would be eye level. I don't have another one of those. Verse and Mastery are not a great combo, but that's high mastery. I would be losing 3k haste, which would put me down to 18,000. Like, I would keep the mastery that I need because it's going to give me more mastery than I have now. Oh, I've got a flask on too, so I'm actually going to lose 2,600. I still have enough to get my mastery block value. Skin's not that important yet. I think my only option is to go with the ring. But I am curious what kind of representation that ring has for protection paladins. Oh. It's not even it's not even listed as an option that people are wearing on Archon. About Retribution. Nope. Same rings that are listed for okay, so this ring is not good for paladins. Out of the what, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 options that they show you on Archon and stuff for all 3 specs, that's not even listed. Don't take that. At this point I don't even need any. Like, sockets would be nice. I would only really be putting it on my... Sockets even go on chest anymore?
My directive is to serve you.
Helm, bracer, belt.
Return.
Helm is
and peruse
hero.
my inventory
Bracer's
again.
hero. Belt is hero. I take this one for eye level. Getting this one, getting the pair both at 684 myth track will mean all my other characters will get the discount, because none of my other characters are getting discount, even though I have I think I have 2 rings at various upgrade paths for this one, but because they don't have the pair, they're not actually getting the credit for it. I'm gonna be losing haste off this, but then mastery will keep me in roughly the same spot. Like, I'm at 18,000 haste. Like, I much prefer I much prefer this. But that will give me the eye level and discount for the other characters, which would be better for me long term. So we'll go with that. I forgot to do my tradition of just reporting what I got to the guild, so they can see the RNG. But that's another tank of mine. Another shield tank. No shield. So I don't think 2B has a one-hand weapon. I think I just have the two-hand weapon. Apparently that got me the Gilded of the Undermine. Are you really? Oh, I guess I didn't have that before. That one. All right. Hail my second paladin. All right.
Communication initiated.
Oh my goodness. We got a shield. My first shield tank with a shield of the vault. We could go with a crit mastery cloak, Chewie's towel, which actually wouldn't be the worst. That's good stats for DPS. We have a myth track chest. But we got a shield. And Rail actually has a myth track weapon. That means that I am likely later going to be swapping these over to Double Dawn thread on 2 other crafted pieces. We did it, fam. Oh, how I've waited. It's even the proper stats. I'm gonna have 2 crit haze shield, or crit haze weapon, crit haze shield. That's massive. You love to see it. By Ascendance, hello. Myth track shield. Alright, Pallyman, my final vault. So far, it's been a very good week. Pulled something on every character. Got a myth track shield. Got the tank trinket for my Brewmaster Monk, which... man, that's gonna feel good. That's gonna help with the AoE pulls too, because of the damage that pulses out. I've actually really turned around on the Ritual Mud. I quite like it. The huge shield every so often and pulses out damage. And the 1.5 minutes plus the time it comes, like, the damage you take reduces the cooldown of it. Like, it is up frequently. Okay. Protection loot spec. Last pally. Main pally. And it is Cujo's with avoidance, crit mastery gloves, and a crit mastery chest. Or I can take sockets. If I take sockets, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm missing a half spark. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm missing a half spark. at least. If there's 12 right now, that means I probably can get 2. So there's a spark this week, I think. I do like the sockets I could put into a mid-track belt, mid-track bracer. Probably at this point it'd be way better to put it in the bracers because we're getting the belt from the 0.7 patch. So I guess the spark we're getting, I guess I make a ring? Because these would be good for DPS, but I already have the track stuff there that wouldn't help my current spec. Yeah. This is we end on a socket. Or a half spark. Yeah. Yep, we end on a socket. But rail, my second pally, you know, that could very easily become the main pally. Let's make sure we grab this one. We only get 1 turbocharged trinket, or 1 turbocharge chip. Let's quickly go check out what the weeklies are. Rookery, I'll be done with doing everything. Emissary of War, as a heroic item, I'll be done. Definitely be done. That's a good week. And quickly go check out what the Sparks of War quest is. I didn't end up doing the Sparks of War, but I now do crate farming to get my PvP gear.
Cycles are short.
Was it an Undermine last week? Did that not change?
Conversation terminated. Be safe.
Like rated arenas, that's pretty easy. Random battlegrounds, that's pretty easy. Actually, I say rated arena. I don't do arena anymore. I do solo queues. And then Undermine. See if that changes. I feel like this last week was Undermine, but anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the thought process of me opening all my vaults. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.